Well, thank you, Mr. Attorney General. Thank you. It's good to be here in Mesquite. I'm very excited today to talk about an initiative that was a first-of-its-kind program led by Attorney General Laxalt. So if you can imagine with me for a few moments, and show of hands, who here has been in the military? Who served in the military here? So we have a few. So if you know what a PCS order is, when you go from one place to another, the military says it's time to change stations, and you're going to go wherever we tell you to go. So I want you to imagine with me a Staff Sergeant Smith, who was, and I'm an Air Force guy myself, an Air Force reservist. So I already got one. I won't hold it against assemblymen here in the AG that they're Navy guys, but we'll say a Staff Sergeant Smith is moving from Charleston Air Force Base here to Nellis Air Force Base. And as a good Staff Sergeant, he does his homework, finds a good place to live, and moves his family there, his wife, his two children. They get settled in to this place. They're renting. They decided not to buy. And about 3 months into their lease, the staff sergeant gets a terrible phone call from his wife and says, "You're never going to believe what happened." And he says, "Well, what happened? Are the kids okay?" "No, everybody's safe, but we're being evicted from our house." Well, how can this be? We're paying our rent. Everything is going well. How can we be evicted from our home? So that staff sergeant thinks to himself, well, where should I go? On base, I'm going to go to the JAG. Now, the JAG, if you've seen A Few Good Men or JAG, the TV show, right? You're going to go to the JAG, and they're going to be able to help you. So that staff sergeant goes down to the JAG office, and when he meets with the JAG tells him two things. He says, "First of all, Staff Sergeant, I got to tell you, I'm not licensed here in the state of Nevada, so I can't go to court on your behalf. I can't appear or file court documents in the state of Nevada. So I'm not going to be able to go and fight this eviction or this foreclosure." Staff Sergeant says, "Well, geez, what am I going to do if I can't have someone go on court on my behalf?" "Well, if you can't go to court on my behalf, certainly you can tell me a local attorney who I should go to that can help me." And the young captain, the young JAG sits across and says, "Actually, the federal government prevents me from even telling you who you should go to, because I would basically be endorsing a private organization." So that staff sergeant can't have that JAG file court papers for him, and that staff sergeant can't even be told what attorney he should go to. Now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is a scenario that plays out every day in our military, and it's the specific reason why Attorney General Laxalt started the first-of-its-kind Attorney General-led public-private partnership, the Office of Military Legal Assistance within the Attorney General's office, our At Ease program, that partners with private attorneys in the state and partners with our office, and allows for there to be pro bono legal services to active duty military, to Guard, and to reservists. And so, as a former Navy JAG, the Attorney General saw this gap in legal services, and it's a huge gap. And I can just tell you, being a JAG as well, there are airmen that come into my office all the time that they've got a legal issue, and as a JAG, I only have a very limited ability to be able to help them. And so having this program and having his vision to put this program together is a huge asset to our military community. So when he first took office, he had this vision for this plan, and he put together a working committee of people across the state, from the military community to military private organizations to our pro bono partners across the state. Put everybody together and said, how can we make this work? How can we make this a service that we can provide to our heroes in uniform? After some time of putting that together, passing some legislation, we were able to launch in the middle of 2015 the Office of Military Legal Assistance At Ease program. So here's how it works. That staff sergeant that we talked about in that scenario, he would call up our Office of Military Legal Assistance, and we're proud that within 24 hours we're usually able to partner that service member with a private attorney he would call up and he said, here's my legal issue. I'm being evicted from my home because it's being foreclosed upon. We have partnered with law firms and attorneys across the state who've offered to give pro bono or free time in an area of their expertise. And we would say, here's the legal problem. We'd hook them together and connect them with a military, with an attorney that could then help them with their program. Now, the program itself services active duty, guard, and reserve, and mostly civil law matters. So any military rights, consumer rights, landlord, tenant, immigration, and those type of issues. So any kind of civil issue that you could see arise, those are the types of issues that our office takes. We also service those veterans who've been discharged from the military as well. We do wills and powers of attorney. To date, we've had 11 will workshops across the state. That's helped over 217 people. Overall, we've had about over 300 people since this program started, 300 military members that we've been able to provide services to. So it's something that is, again, first of its kind in the country. The Attorney General saw the vision that this was a gap in legal services for our heroes in uniform, and it was something that was necessary and needed to be done. What we're very proud about is that we're able to serve the military community. We're able to do it, and it's not costing any taxpayer money. It's a public-private partnership. We're taking advantage of the generosity of attorneys who want to give their time back to the military community. And there are other states across the country that are now mirroring this program. And even the federal government, the Department of Defense, has named our program a best practice, which we're also very proud about. So if you have any questions about the ADDIES program, you know a military member that needs those type of services, we have some brochures, we have some contact information. Nick Dana is the full-time Deputy Attorney General who's involved with the program and travels the program, so we can get into contact with him. But just an exciting program. We're very proud to be able to serve our military community, and I thank you for your time.